Honestly, my life was set up to be semi normal until I found myself in the middle of Saudi Arabia as a Black American girl. I accidentally grew up more Arab than American. This podcast is a look inside my journey of acceptance, of my experiences, trials, and breakthroughs of drifting between two identities. I call this journey of acceptance the understanding space. Because at 8 years old, I went from a relatively normal life in Maryland to living in Saudi Arabia. After only a few weeks of being in Saudi, I moved from an all English language school to an all Arabic language school. This was a big change that I'll delve deeper into within the podcast episodes. One of the biggest changes was being overtly singled out because of my ethnicity. Basically, I was being picked on because of my skin color. But it was only recently that I realized that I actually was bullied. For years, I didn't process these experiences as anything as significant as bullying or even trauma. I glazed over it all for years, but now, since I'm on my healing journey, I won't glaze over any of those experiences. Because even though they made me who I am today, and I learned so much from them, it doesn't negate the fact that they were real and traumatic. Because I was darker than them, people wouldn't share their school supplies or sit next to me. They would pull on my hair, spit on me, call me nasty names, touch me without permission, and speak to me as if I was dumb. They would accuse me of stealing, disregard my performance, and make me feel like I wasn't worthy and that they were better. To deal with the bullying, I had to create a space within me, a space of understanding. And once I created it, the bullying faded ever so slowly. This is probably why I never thought of this experience as bullying or traumatic. I finally understood that it wasn't me they were fighting, it was themselves. And I was the scapegoat for their feelings and misunderstandings. It was no longer fun or beneficial for them to call on me, spit on me, call me monkey or slave, or even corner me in the hallways. After coming back to the States for college to study cybersecurity and then getting a cybersecurity job, I saw non-tech savvy people being treated and thought about badly. This gave me flashbacks to some of my bad experiences in Saudi. It unlocked a passion in me to make sure that people were treated and thought about with respect, rather than degrading them for not knowing tech or security. I turned that pain of being othered, the pain of being looked down upon, the pain of feeling unworthy, inadequate, and stupid into a new understanding space called the online security movement. Many of you are familiar with this movement, since for many of you, that's where you first heard of me. And this movement is a significant part of my story and why you're even listening to this podcast today. The online security movement became my new understanding space, my support group. Honestly, it became and still is a form of therapy for myself. It became a tribe for the non-tech savvy people that find themselves in an increasingly tech savvy world. People who really just want to keep their money, kids, and businesses safe from hackers, but have no idea how yet. People who just need an understanding space. A space without judgment, mocking, or othering. A space where they can learn and grow. My experiences and pains of being caught between two worlds are what powers my passion for this understanding space. My online security movement work has been featured in Radio 1, Tripwire, Info Security Magazine, ABC6, NBC 29, Fox 25, Fox 40, WFMJ, and many more. But my main goal for this movement is to be featured in your hearts, because it's not really about cybersecurity, privacy, or even my own journey. I only shared the online security movement because it's the spirit of the understanding space. To be honest, it's about you. It's about accepting parts of you that may be hidden and acknowledging your uniqueness. It's about creating an internal and external understanding space so that we can one by one bring each other together again. You're witnessing another movement, the Understanding Space movement. My name is Fareedah Shaheed, and you're listening to the Accidental Arab Podcast.